Despite England's crushing defeat at Perth, the tourists are not expected to make any changes to their side for the 4th Ashes Test in Melbourne, which starts on Christmas Day at 11:30 English time. The series is locked at 1-1, which means it's all to play for, with just 2 tests remaining. So Kim, this is a pretty key test for the way the Ashes is going to swing. Can England bounce back from their loss in Perth, do you think?
Well, it's been a strange series, hasn't it? I mean, England crushed Australia in Adelaide, an innings and 71 runs. It was absolutely ridiculous. But then Australia bounced back in Perth and pretty much inflicted the same sort of demoralising defeat on England, and inside 4 days. So I think anything can happen. It's a matter of who plays better, for every match.
And I think the England batting lineup will need to improve. And do you think Ian Bell has earned himself a promotion up the order?
I think he has. I think Andy Flower will be fairly reluctant to make any major changes to his side. But yeah, look, Collingwood's been really out of form. I mean, he's had 3 tests to prove it, and he hasn't come good yet. I think probably Bell to number 5 would be a wise move. Okay, so another England player like Collingwood who didn't have the best of times last time, that was Swann. Do you think he can make an impact to MCG? Well, the reports are that they're going to try to reduce his impact. Basically, they're trying to put a faster pitch in the MCG, so not a lifeless thing that he might be able to get some turn out of. If Swann can spin it, Australia's batsmen will be in trouble. But if they can take him out of it, and the pitch might well help, Australia are in with a good chance of winning this.
And also an Australian bowler who's suddenly decided, remember to how to bowl again, Mitchell Johnson. Can he continue his good form from the previous test, which blew away England? Well,
look, I think it's going to depend on whether the ball swings. If he can get the ball to swing, then Australia have the best bowler of either side, no question about that. If the ball doesn't move for him though, he's back to the field, and so are Australia's bowling attack.
Now, so moving on to the Australian batting attack, and Ricky Ponting, the Australian captain, is not had the best series with the bat, and he's struggling to be fit with a broken finger, isn't he?
Yeah,
will he make it, do you think?
I think he will. I mean, Ponting's tough as nails, isn't he?
Yeah,
I think it would take a lot to keep Ponting out of the Boxing Day test with scores locked at 1-1. The Ashes are there to play for. Australia win this, and we go to Sydney in the box seat to win the series. Lose, and the Ashes are heading back to England. That's, and you just can't see Ponting missing that. Yeah. Whether he can find his form if he does play, well, that's the $1 million question.
I think they'll have to drag him away, kicking and screaming, if he's not going to play a part. But the main batsman for Australia's series has been Mike Hussey, who's blew away England. Can he continue?
There's no reason why he can't, is there? I mean, he's scored at least 50 runs in every innings so far, 2 centuries in that. He's the one batsman from either side who has played 3 consistent tests. Maybe the tide's due to turn. Having said that, Australia can't rely on Hussey to fire. We need to find some top order form, and that's going to be Phil Hughes stepping up. He's had 1 test to get used to it, back in the lineup. His turn. Michael Clarke, Ponting again. Australia needs the top order to fire and not rely on Hussey when it gets to that point. Yeah, so finally, neck on the line time. I know you've had a good record tipping the series winner so far, so who is going to win the 4th test, do you think? Is it Australia or England, or maybe even the draw? Look, I'm going to say at the MCG, and with momentum going in their favour, 90,000 strong crowd behind them, Australia.
So Kim's going for an Australian win, but the way England have shown their fighting spirit over the past few tests, anything is possible.